Be Wealthy and Smart, episode 864.
Step into a world of wealth and financial freedom without budgets, boredom, or bosses on Be Wealthy and Smart. And now, here's your host, Linda P. Jones.
Welcome to Be Wealthy and Smart. I'm Linda P. Jones, America's Wealth Mentor, empowering women and men worldwide to financial freedom. On today's show, we're going to talk about more crypto billionaires on the Forbes 2021 list, because recently an article came out and said there are now more billionaires added to the Forbes 2021 list due to their investment in cryptocurrencies. And I wanted to talk with you a little bit about this because as the queen of compounding, I'm suggesting that there's going to be a lot more billionaires from crypto on the Forbes list. And I think we're even going to see women billionaires added to this Forbes list because of crypto. Because women are taking to it like fish to water. And I can see where a lot more women can be wealthier in crypto. What I'm seeing with crypto are extremely high compounding rates of return. Now, this is so interesting because I actually calculated this for my group. Because one investment that we made in October in the VIP experience has returned almost 1,000% during just shy of a 6-month period. And so I looked up some of the most successful stocks of all time. And one of them was Apple, which became the first trillion-dollar valued company. And what I realized was that $1,000 invested in Apple became $8,000 later in Apple. But do you know how many years it took to take $1,000 in Apple stock and make it $8,000 of Apple stock? It took 22 years. So our little 6-month investment jumped us 22 years ahead because of the unbelievable compounding rates that are available in crypto. As I shared on another recent podcast, how the top 20 most successful cryptos have 4-figure compounding rates, and this is just in the last year. Some of them have these rates for multiple years. And we know Bitcoin, which is not my favorite cryptocurrency, and I'm not invested in it, nor will I ever be, but Bitcoin, it's interesting to note, has outperformed every single asset class. As I understand it, it's been the number one performing asset of all time. So these compounding rates, I think, are here to stay. I think we're going to see these because we are so early on in the cryptocurrency trend. It's just getting into more mainstream, and central banks certainly are talking about adopting cryptocurrencies. I don't think we're going to see real mainstream adoption on the bell-shaped curve, the top of the bell-shaped curve, until probably another 4 years. But the early adopters are in now and are accumulating massive wealth. So let me share this article with you. This comes to us from CoinSpeaker, and it says, the growing adoption of Bitcoin by large institutions is also a factor that affects the expansion of the crypto market. The rise in the value of Bitcoin and other altcoins, which, by the way, anything other than Bitcoin is considered an altcoin, since Bitcoin was the original, has pushed 9 new crypto billionaires to enter the Forbes list. The new crypto billionaires joined the 4 that made it to the list in 2020. In total, 12 crypto billionaires are now on the 2021 Forbes World's Billionaires list. The new crypto billionaires on the 2021 Forbes list include Cameron and Tyler Winklevoss. The Winklevoss brothers' net worth is $3 billion each. Cameron and Tyler have launched their crypto exchange Gemini and also acquired digital art marketplace Nifty Gateway. Michael Saylor, the MicroStrategy CEO, is also one of the new names on the Forbes list. Saylor's net worth is $2.3 billion. Other new crypto billionaires on the list are Matthew Rozak, Tim Draper, Fred Ersham, Barry Silbert, Jed McCaleb, and 29-year-old crypto wealthiest billionaire Sam Bankman-Fried. With the addition of 9 crypto billionaires on the Forbes list, this shows that the crypto space has evolved over the year. In March 2020, the U.S. economy plunged as a result of the unprecedented global health crisis. The decline raised worries among investors who neglected stocks and other risky assets for cash and treasuries. During the same period, the price of Bitcoin dropped about 50% in just a day. Other cryptocurrencies also recorded significant losses following Bitcoin's price fall. Now, cryptocurrencies have rebounded from the losses. Bitcoin has pulled in gains in the last 12 months, reaching new highs. Bitcoin has increased more than 100% since the year began. Also, the leading digital coin reached its all-time high of nearly $62,000 in March. Bitcoin is currently trading at $57,000, down 1.56% in the last 24 hours. Just for reference, this was published on April 8th, 2021, so those prices are as of April 8th. Data provided by CoinMarketCap shows that Bitcoin has a market value of over $1 trillion and gained 1.55% to more than $71 billion in its 24-hour trading volume. Similarly, other cryptocurrencies have spiked over the past year. The constant increase in cryptocurrencies has pushed the total crypto market to cross over $2 trillion on the 5th of April. The milestone for the crypto market came about 3 months after it reached $1 trillion market value. The growing adoption of Bitcoin by large institutions is also a factor that affects the expansion of the crypto market. NASDAQ-listed company MicroStrategy has been purchasing large amounts of Bitcoin since August last year. The company now owns more than 90,000 Bitcoins. Similarly, electric vehicle company Tesla recently invested $1.5 billion in Bitcoin as part of the company's updated investment policy. In addition, payments firm Square has added to its Bitcoin acquisition after the initial $5 million investment in October 2020. End of article. Well, also, we know that the ARK innovation funds, the technology funds that they run, several of the ARK funds are also invested in Bitcoin in a big way. And one of the reasons why the CEOs of corporations have said they wanted to invest in a cryptocurrency is because of so much printing of the US dollar. You see, everything comes back to the dollar and debt. And there's so much debt being created that ultimately it will have an impact on the value of each dollar. So these CEOs believe that because cryptocurrency is in a limited amount, that it will preserve its purchasing power and maybe even cause it to appreciate in value. There's over 7,500 different cryptocurrencies. And I truly believe that Brad Garlinghouse, the CEO of Ripple, is correct that 99% of cryptocurrencies will go away. So you have to know what you're investing in and why, and which ones are working closely with regulators. So if we do get a regulatory change, you know who the winners are going to be. It's also important that it's a green energy, something that doesn't take up massive amounts of energy. And I think cryptocurrencies also need to have a utility and not just be a store of value, which for those reasons are why I'm not a fan of Bitcoin. But many people are, and that's okay if that's your choice. But what I've realized is these compounding rates are here to stay because we're so early in this trend of cryptocurrency. Many people haven't even studied it yet and don't really understand the revolution that's happening. And the next stage that's coming to the internet is the internet of value and being able to transfer money just like you transfer email. One thing I know is compounding rates. And looking at the rates of compounding of these cryptocurrencies and seeing them in the hundreds, thousands, tens of thousands, and one even over 100,000% in the last year. Am I saying it's sustainable? Not at those rates, but I am saying that there are massive growth rates ahead for the dominant winner technologies. As I explained on my last webinar, back in the internet days, we saw a lot of wealth being created as the internet was coming into being. And again, the everyday investor didn't really know what was going on, didn't really know what the internet was, or how it was going to change our future, and how important it was. Today, I don't think anyone would argue that point. But 25 years ago, people really didn't see what was happening and didn't understand the changes that were coming. A lot of internet companies were going up in the stock market at the same time. Whether you bought America Online or Amazon.com or Pets.com, it didn't really seem to matter because they were all going up together. However, once the internet shakeout happened, it was very clear. And here's what happened. America Online, although it had leading technology and should have continued to surge ahead, was bought out by Time Warner and basically shelved, and nothing ever happened with it. Pets.com went bankrupt, and we all know what happened to Amazon.com. Amazon became a $1 trillion valued company and the main dominator of online shopping. I believe there's a cryptocurrency that is to cryptocurrencies like Amazon was to online shopping. While many others will fade away and won't survive, this has dominant technology that's here to stay and win. And that's what you want to look for when you're looking for investments. Who has the dominant technology? Who has the big lead? Who has something that other people cannot catch up with? Because it's unique technology, which gives it that moat that Warren Buffett talks about, a moat around the castle that makes it very difficult for people to copy or try to knock off. So whether we're looking at Amazon stock or whether we're looking at Apple stock, both $1 trillion companies and both multiplied your money. They took decades to take you there. And cryptocurrency is doing it a lot faster than that. Because we're talking about currency, and the numbers in currency are much bigger than even numbers in shopping, or numbers in software, or numbers in computers or cell phones. Currency is the biggest market that there is in terms of daily trading in the trillions, in terms of when you look at financial assets and the value of all financial assets. If they were to be tokenized and traded, it would be in the quadrillions of dollars. And that makes currencies have the biggest valuation of anything that we can think of on this planet. And that's why these valuations, although we're at $2 trillion of market cap for cryptocurrencies, that is just a drop in the bucket from where we are going. So we're still early. We still have exciting investment opportunities, and I think we are very close to some major adoption and possibly some regulatory changes that will be beneficial for dominant cryptocurrencies to continue to win. If that's something you'd like to know more about, check out the Be Wealthy and Smart VIP experience. Go to lindapjones.com. And up at the top on my homepage, click on Programs and What is the VIP Experience? And it explains it to you there. And if you haven't yet subscribed to Be Wealthy and Smart, hit the subscribe button and you'll be notified as soon as new podcasts are available so you never miss one of them. That's all for today. Until next time, live the good life and be wealthy and smart.
Thank you for listening to Be Wealthy and Smart with Linda P. Jones. Share the wealth and tell your family and friends about the show. Check out our website, blog, and social media for more riches at www.bewealthyandsmart.com.